There's a really, really odd turn of events in a Texas abortion bill. There's a Texas abortion bill which aims to ban abortions after 20 weeks. We've heard about this before. It would force clinic doctors to hold admitting privileges at nearby hospitals, which makes it way more expensive. Another way to restrict people's access to safe, legal abortions. It would restrict abortions to surgical centers. A lot of stuff that people say could potentially almost ban abortion, period. And this is a really weird thing because Republican Congresswoman Jody Laubenberg said, as reported by Chris Tomlinson at the Associated Press, that an exception for cases of rape and incest isn't necessary. Now, we hear this from the right a lot, right, Louis? It's not correct to have exceptions where in rape and incest cases you can get an abortion faster, more easily, at less of a cost, with less scrutiny. But the weird thing is why she thinks that exception isn't necessary. She said, in the emergency room, they have rape kits where a woman can get cleaned out. The woman's had 5 months to make that decision. At this point, we are looking at a baby that is very far along in its development. It's very obvious that Laubenberg, who is a sponsor of the bill and is a member of the state's public health committee, doesn't understand the difference between a rape kit meant to collect evidence potentially used in the prosecution of a rapist, which happens immediately after the rape. In fact, it's very difficult to even do a rape kit after the victim has bathed in some cases. She's confusing that with an actual abortion. Should she be allowed to even sponsor legislation based on abortion if she has such a fundamental misunderstanding of reality?
Unfortunately, she is allowed to.
Should there be a basic checklist of what you have to know to legislate on an issue? I mean, it'd be I recognize it would be logistically impossible.
Yeah.
And in and of itself, what's on the list would be subject to bias. But like, for example, if you're going to, you want to do something on gay marriage. Do you understand that people don't choose to be gay and that if someone else is in a gay relationship, you don't have to be in one? You understand that? Okay, you can propose a bill. It would be logistically impossible, Natan, but look at what is happening here. I mean, this is a completely incompetent woman.
Yeah, I disagree with what you're saying. I know you're saying it half jokingly, but I disagree with it because you would then be in a situation where people would arbitrarily impose a rule for people who would propose things that we would consider to be very good, but they're just intolerant to the idea.
I agree. It's not possible, but it's just embarrassing that the woman doesn't even know the difference between a rape kit and an abortion.
I hope she knows that the world is laughing at her right now because she might be clueless about that too.
She may be suffering from the effects of a serious case of the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's take a break. Coming up next, I still want to talk about a lesbian wedding that took place right across the street from our friends over at the Westboro Baptist Church, and we'll have your voicemails and more stories. Stay with us. A lot more still coming up.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.